Hello, everybody. I am live. Okay, I hope that your afternoon, your lunch break is going well right now. Okay, so I'm waiting for more of you to come in. Please get those likes up when you come in, and please let me know on in the chat. Let me know in the chat that you are present because I don't know. I actually should have gotten my phone. Oh, I don't have my phone. I don't have my phone. Okay, but say something in the chat so I know that you're here. Okay. So, as you can see on the screen, there are a few things that we have to talk about. A few things we got to talk about, baby, that is off the chain, that is shocking me right now. Even as I'm looking at this picture, I'm in a I'm in a state of shock because I don't want to fully believe this, but I'm not completely not shocked, okay, with the things that I'm hearing. We've heard a lot of things about Hollywood and not just famous people, but everyday people who do things. Hey, Carrie. Okay, so if people are consenting adults and they want to do some things, they can do that. If it's not hurting anybody, when it comes to, well, some things with Will and Jada. We've been hearing some things and we're going to get into it more where I'm just going to say it right here. That man who was a friend of theirs, and he was a friend of theirs who was getting sued, he says that he saw some celebrities with Will Smith and Jada on tape. And Jada had the dildo. She had that, the strap on, and that Tyrese was one of them. I'm not joking. This is what he said, and we're gonna look at that. But before we do, let's start off with Jay-Z and Brandy. Hold on for a second. Give me a quick little second.
Beyonce allegedly just found out that her husband Jay-Z used to frequently cheat on her with the singer Brandy. Now, we all know that Jay-Z has not been faithful throughout their relationship, but it seems that Beyonce did not know about Brandy. And blind items lately have also suggested that Beyonce has been having an affair of her own with her bodyguard and is allegedly living with him. So it would definitely seem that this marriage is more of a business arrangement than an actual romantic one. And the blind item reads, word is the one named permanent A-list singer found out her husband used to routinely hook up with another one named artist, the one with the corn star brother. And again, this allegedly Beyonce finding out that Jay-Z was allegedly cheating on her frequently with the singer Brandy, whose brother is Ray J, the one from the infamous Kim Kardashian tape. And the related headline reads, Ray J slams Jay-Z and Beyonce for not taking photos with Brandy while attending her tour. I don't like it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments and follow me for more celebrity tea. The singer Brandy.
Baby, leave a heart if you believe this story. Leave a heart in the chat if you believe that this is true. I'll say this is that anything could be possible, but I'm wondering why would Brandy want to sleep with Jay-Z? Because first of all, she's well off, she's wealthy, so it's not for the money. And I don't know, some women do like to sleep with men because they're powerful and they like to be attached to power. I already had said in one of my previous videos that I felt like at first Beyonce and Jay-Z's marriage was a business arrangement. I explained why, check out that video, but that I also feel that she actually did start to catch feelings for him. That was her husband. She had his children. And she became possessive as well over Jay-Z. But Jay-Z, there have been rumors for a while, and Beyonce had confirmed it in Lemonade that he did cheat on her. I think I had heard her say that he would come home and his upper lip would smell like coochie or something. Baby, you come home smelling, I mean, every woman's smell can be different, her natural scent, even though, did she wash it? I ain't even gonna get into that, but well, all that, whatever. Allegedly, that's what was said. And I've heard names like Rachel Roy. We have heard that. Damon Dash's baby mama or ex-wife. We have heard allegedly Rita Ora. We have heard allegedly Kelly Rowland, allegedly Solange, allegedly Blue Cantrell, allegedly a few women in the industry, allegedly Trina. Well, at least Trina said he had a big old one. So you said if Wendy didn't say it, I don't believe it. So Jay-Z has cheated on Beyonce, but names are not often publicly said on who it has been. So now they're claiming that it's Brandy. I don't know. I can't picture it. But I kind of can see it. Like, you never know who's sleeping with each other. And maybe it's possible. Maybe that's why she doesn't like her. When we discussed the other day, Beyonce avoiding Brandy at her concert, maybe this is why that we don't know about. Maybe Jay-Z was hitting it. I don't know for sure. I'm not saying that it's 100% true, but anything is possible. Okay, I don't believe it was with Brandy. With the things I'm hearing that we're going to talk about, baby, I don't know what to believe when it comes to certain stuff. Okay, so, okay, let's go to the next topic real quick. And before I do, y'all, please get those likes up when you come in. It does affect the algorithm. I'm live right now. This is a live video, so a lot of people will see this live if you get the likes up. All right, or hit the hype button if the hype button is available. I'm not sure right now. So, okay, let's get more into these stories.
It's hard out here for a woman. Give her $500. Give her $1,000. Come on, y'all fucking wrong. It's mannerism to give that woman something who done gave her, who she done gave you her body. It's mannerism to take her out and get her something. You ain't shit, you send her back with a motherfucking hot pussy. As a player, as mannerism, you ain't gonna send that bitch back with nothing. You ain't gonna send her back with nothing. If it ain't nothing but $300-400 for her to get through the airport. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And if she come to you by her night, men with power get off on buying women nice things. It doesn't make her a slut. It doesn't make her like she sold herself for those things. It's hard out here for a woman. Give her $500. Get wrong. It's mannerism to give that woman something who done gave her, who she done gave you her body.
And I agree. Like grandma used to say, you don't come back with a wet ass. Now, here's the thing. Some people who try to manipulate women will say, oh, it's not prostitution. You have went out to see a man. You've spent money, hair, nails, makeup, and outfit. And you go see that man, especially women who actually pay halfway or actually pay themselves to go see the man. And you now slept with this man. You didn't receive an orgasm. Majority of you don't. 80% of women don't with penetration. They don't. 80%. So not only did you spend money to get ready to see him, travel to see him, got effed and didn't even come most of the time, cook and clean for him, and then you have to go back on your way back home and pay for it yourself. No, he knows. He's like, no, this woman has given herself to you. She's risked pregnancy for you. A woman can get something easier, a lot, from a man. So she's laid with you. She's given herself and opened her legs up to you for you to pump. So you're damn right you need to give her some money. Let her go shopping. Let her pay a bill or something. Take care of her. And most real men who feel masculine, they do enjoy being able to make a woman happy. Shit, especially a woman that's doing everything for you. She's folding your laundry, doing your laundry, cooking and cleaning for you, but yet she can't even get some fucking money for some basic shit. You know how that makes you look? I don't know if a lot of men are aware of how it makes you look, and any woman in her right mind would see, damn, he's not a provider, or damn, he's broke. I laid with this broke man and I didn't get nothing. I didn't even get an orgasm, but he did. Or every time. So, yeah, I know him saying mannerism is funny. I'm like, what the fuck? I ain't never heard of mannerism, but he's so passionate about it. He's so passionate. I said, go ahead. I don't even care for Boozy like that. But when I saw this video, I said, well, go ahead, Boozy. Teach the men. Teach them what they need to be doing. Okay. And I don't get these women. I've seen a couple of them. There was this guy on TikTok, this Hispanic man saying, okay, ladies, how much does it cost to get your nails done? What do I need to do? How much is it? And it was a lot of white women, older white women saying, she should be buying her own nails. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you women? Or I got a man, I ain't never had, so you don't ask your man for nothing? You think that's a good look that you can honestly say your man ain't never got you nothing? My thing is, you need to know, would he? So you're sleeping with him, giving him your body. You ain't even coming, and you cooking and cleaning, but yet you want to throw a fit. Oh, it's prostitution because you got some basic nails done. Nails. But yet you could give him your body and cook and clean and shit and give babies and shit, but you can't ask to get your fucking nails done. And some of y'all women out here are saying it like you bragging. Who's really winning and losing? He's getting everything. You ain't even coming. Good, most of y'all. But he does. He uses your body every day and night for his pleasure. But it's a big deal that he asks, how much does it cost to get your nails done? Well, she should get her own. She don't got to do shit. See, I'm tired of these women who don't get men to take care of them, always trying to vilify and shame women who do. You're not these women. You're okay with just laying down and not ever getting shit. You're okay with saying your man don't do shit for you. You're okay with saying you don't have a provider. Go ahead and do it. But other women who do, stop trying to shame them. And that whole, men are transactional. They already see you as a prostitute that they're dating. The whole point of taking you out and courting you is to eventually get some pussy. Why do you think they get upset when they say, I took her out to dinner, I've been doing this and taking her out, and she hasn't given me no kitty cat yet? Why do you think they get angry about it? Because the whole effing point was to eventually get some. That's the point. And then you want to sit around, some of you stupid ass women want to sit around talking about, but it's not prostitution. And here's the thing. No one cares what you call it, because guess what? A lot of men respect prostitutes more than you. A prostitute will tell you straight up it's $300 and they pay that shit. All of a sudden, the woman that they're actually seeing and calling and spending time with, when she wants money, all of a sudden it's different versus the prostitute who you easily give it to. Why does she get the respect, but the woman that's actually spending money to come and look good for you, cooking for you, sucking you off, laying with you, all of a sudden she can't get shit, even your baby mamas? Make effing sense. Because you want it for free. And they've convinced some of you women to give everything for free. And y'all running around trying to shame other women about why you got to ask for something. Shut up, dumbass. Okay. All you got was a wet ass and heartbreak. A good portion of you. You didn't even come, most of you. But he got everything from you. Okay. Let's go to the next topic. Let's get into this with Will and Jada. Will and Jada, baby, what I'm hearing is just, I don't want to believe it, because Will and Jada, people don't understand. Will and Jada mean a lot to the Black American community. They have we are finding out they did not have a perfect marriage, but Black people used to brag, I want to be like Will and Jada. We want a strong marriage like Will and Jada. They're both two attractive Black Americans. Okay, they're together. They have beautiful children. They're successful and everything. And Jada didn't have to work anymore, because there are people who don't understand who Jada is. Jada was one of the biggest Black women, American women in the game. Okay? So it's not shocking that Will wanted to get with her. She was very popular. Okay, just like Vivica Fox and Lisa Ray. So they have been married, and there have been rumors for a while that Will was bisexual. And then there were rumors also that Jada was bisexual. There have been photos, suggestive photos, where Jada looked masculine and Will looked feminine, and just her mannerism. She gives off stud sometimes, I'm going to be real with you, but beautiful. And a lot of people are learning things. So apparently, a guy named Bilal, we saw him a few months ago, came out on Tasha K's show, spilling the tea. Okay, and allegedly Jada has tried to sue him or told him that she would make him disappear. And we know things about August Alsina and what happened with that. And now August Alsina is with a man. Okay, there have been rumors that Will Smith has sexually molested his son. I don't know if that's true or not. We know that Will is into Scientology. We know some people say that's some weird shit type of stuff. And Jada, I mean, there's a lot going on. And I've never been shocked hearing about celebrity orgies. Of course they want to sleep with each other. Somebody that's famous like them and popular and they look really good, behind the scenes, they sleep with each other because they're like, shit, I want some of that. And they have these parties and they have consensual orgies. And in some cases, from what we have heard, like with Diddy parties and stuff, sometimes, I'm not saying this is the case for Will and Jada, but it'll be not consensual, where they said, I took a drink and I woke up sore and all this other craziness, and they should sue. But sometimes they fear for their lives and everything because of the money and power that so many of these people have. Okay, so, you know, again, Will and Jada, the black Americans just love Will and Jada, and now we're hearing all of these things. And let me show you what's being said. He went back, Bilal went back on the Tasha K show, and he's dropped some bombshells that's just shocking the crap out of me and other people. And people are like, well, why is he saying it now? Who gives a damn? What does it matter? He's saying it. So let's see.
On that video, Jada had on Timberlands and a fitted baseball cap with the strap on. The last interview, I told you, if you don't sue me, I'm going to let people know who you've been hitting with them dildos. Even with all the they ain't doing nothing. I told you before, in my last interview, they ain't doing nothing. Will ain't doing nothing. Jada ain't doing. So let me give you a little more backstory. Now we got another situation that happened. Once I told you that Will and Jada, the sexual things they were doing allegedly to certain people and all that. And I told you that Jada was addicted to porn. How Jada would watch porn at the houses. She had her laptop. She would stick her hard drive in, right? Boom, and hook it up to the TV. And she could play whatever video she watching. So now, so I'm seeing videos of her and Will and a bunch of some celebrities, everything. Because remember, the last interview I told you, if you don't sue me, I'm going to let people know who you've been hitting with them dildos. So I told you, being Muslim, whatever I say I'm going to do, that's what I'm going to do. Period. And I got to have evidence. So we not playing. That's why they didn't sue. So back to these discs with all these homemade pornos on it or whatever. Somebody stole it from the house. Somebody stole 2 hard drives from Jada's house with this alleged porn on it. So now we get into why she's even more mad. So Jada thought I had something to do with the disc being stolen, right? And one thing that they allegedly did was report it stolen. So whoever comes out with this video or tape or anything have stolen property, they're going to jail, right? That's why me and Jada's relationship got to be so toxic towards the end, because she thought I stole these videos. So they're videos of her with other people. But I saw some of the video. Mind you, when Jada at the house.
Was any of them allegedly MC Light?
Yes.
I just had that was just
why didn't you let me say that?
That was just my own opinion.
Come on, Ty,
I have no dog in this fight.
Oh, goodness.
But I always felt like, in my opinion, that her and MC Light kind of had something going on, and they used men, Will and MC Light's husband, to cover it up.
So,
and then we had a lady that came to sit on the show that said she saw MC Light and Jada at a known gay club for lesbians in Hollywood all the time.
So let me just put it like this, because the tapes are going to surface. When Jada's home at Will house, not her other house, She allegedly has her wine. She has her something called Tushi. It's like a pink cocaine thing. It's popular in Colombia as well too. Her ayahuasca or whatever it is, and she got her mushrooms. So she got her psychedelics, all that stuff. So she's sitting down here watching porn, playing with herself, and high as a kite, right? Not caring who's in the house, whether kids watching, nothing. She's in her own world. So that's how I was able to see the tapes. This is why she think I saw them, and I saw some things that were unreal, and I saw celebrities on the tape.
Ooh.
Allegedly, who I thought to be on the tape. There's Jada with a strap on top of Will. Then she's spitting in his face and choking him. That's one. So the Alfonso Rivera thing was a bloody mess. And in that video, he is begging her to stop, right? And she's telling him to shut up. And on that video, Jada had on Timberlands and a fitted baseball cap with the strap on. And the reason why she got so much hate for Alfonso Rivera is because they dated way before. I'm not even going to say dated, went it out a couple of times together.
Who else did you see allegedly on the tape?
Tyrese was on there.
I'm so glad Tyrese ain't got no money to sue me right now.
Allegedly, I would appear to be Tyrese with Will and Jada. Then the one with Charlie Mack and Will. Jada's not on it, but you can hear her say, make him spit up, period. So when these tapes come out, people will know I'm telling the absolute truth.
Ground it up in a powder. I put it in.
Okay, Tyrese, blood, Alfonso, hold on.
I do believe that Will and Jada will be under criminal investigation for sexual crimes. And some of those crimes are with this Church of Scientology, allegedly. Remember when we did the first interview and I told you a celebrity was like, you better not say nothing about me and all that other stuff. And I said, Tasha, and you could go back to and probably put it up. It was Tyrese. Oh, you a tough guy now. Now you a tough guy, right? When all this was going on, because I know. You know how many other people that I know, but I'm cool with, they never did nothing to me. So I'm letting them slide. Jamie and all them. You asked me, I never said anything bad about Jamie. You know, I never said nothing about Kevin Hart, but you know what I had on Kevin Hart. You know, period. Tasha know. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, real.
That ain't no allegedly.
That ain't no allegedly. You understand what I'm saying? So you know how much I got on so many other celebrities and ain't nothing come out. Nothing come out. If jokers want to jump up to Will and Jada defense now, if jokers want to jump up to Tyrese defense, it's coming out. Listen, even if I gotta go to jail, certain things gonna come out. Y'all better leave me alone. Because once you experience that death, you understand what I'm saying? It's over. And you make a man fear another man when you only supposed to fear God. Y'all got me to that point? No, man. Listen, I wish you would. I ain't worried about no damn Tyrese. We going into the psychotics, all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's deep. Will and Jada are...
So you're saying the reason Tyrese is so emotional and has a lot of issues with females, it kind of gives me mommy issues, is because he's secretly could be down low?
I don't know. Like I told you, I don't speculate. Everything that I know is in here and in my telephone. And I let you hear and see things. And that's the joint I wish you would. So I know Tyrese is going to watch this. And I know people in Dubai that know him out there and what he's been doing out there. You know what I'm saying? Come on, don't play with me. I lived in Kuwait before. Of course, I visited Saudi Arabia. Come on. I'm semi-fluent in Arabic. You know what I mean? So come on. You want to play with me and you trying to stump in the Middle East? Come on, stop playing. And even the same thing with Will. What all these people do, running to Saudi Arabia. Man, don't take that ill behavior over to Saudi Arabia, man. That's all I'm saying. All these people are trying to get the Saudi money now, right? Everybody over there trying to get the Saudi money, right? But don't take that ill behavior over there. Well, at the end of the day, Tasha, I'm not worrying about let them come. Let them say something. I'm spanking them all because I'm only saying stuff about people that I got receipts for. I do believe that Will and Jada will be under criminal investigation for sexual crimes. And some of those crimes are with this, are with this Church of Scientology, allegedly.
Ground it up in a powder.
Baby. Okay, hold on. Let me make this a little bit smaller. I can believe it. I hate to say it, y'all. Tyrese does give feminine. Okay? And I don't know, my mind could see it. Look, I like his music. I don't care how... Now, the way he even admitted that he wasn't a good man, then he got married and then she divorced him and then he tried to paint this picture of her and all this other stuff. And I don't know, my mind just can see it a little bit, that happening. Okay, he said Jada was wearing Timberland boots. Hold on. He said Jada was wearing Timberland boots. Jada had on, I mean, Jada does dress like a stud, though, sometimes. She's masculine. She's a masculine woman with a little bit of feminine. She used to be more feminine back in the day. Now maybe she's just tired. She's leaning more masculine these days with how she dresses and stuff. She gives stud. But, I mean, I always like Jada. Jada is bisexual. She is, and that's her business. She doesn't have to announce it to anybody. And, but he said that she was wearing a fitted cap and Timberland boots and had the strap on and was getting it in with Tyrese. And he said that Alfonso from The Fresh Prince, that he was bleeding and asking her, stop, please stop. I'm like, how you have little Jada? Jada is petite and little as hell. How is little Jada in her Timberland boots with the strap on with Alfonso? And he's like, stop, please. And he's bleeding. Like, first of all, what in the hell is going on for this situation to come? Because it doesn't sound like he even wanted to do this. So why would he bend over for you? And what is going on here? And he said that there's other celebrities. He just named a few, and he named Tyrese as one. But he also sort of implied that Tyrese might have been effing Will too. He didn't say it was just Jada. He said he saw Tyrese on the tapes, and that I'm going to spill the beans on who these dildos you had, who you was going up in, Jada. And he said Tyrese is one of them. I got it on tape. That's what he said. He said it's all coming out. I don't know if... He said he has his book or more interviews or tapes or something that is coming out. So with Tyrese, I know y'all in the chat, y'all can't believe it. Lord have mercy. I mean, y'all, a lot of it does happen, though, with celebrities you would never think of sleeping with each other. So he said Tyrese. And you know why I'm saying I think it could be believable? Because when Tank... All I am is one man doing what I can. You know Tank, the singer, R&B singer Tank. When he said last year that it wasn't gay for a man to eat his Bucci, I said, oh my God, not Tank. My mom loves some damn Tank. Tank is fine as hell. I'm like, now Tank is saying something like this? I think any man who gets his butt eaten, you're gay. Don't no straight man want no woman going to his butthole. I'm sorry. So if you find a man asking you to eat his groceries, he's gay. That's how gay men eat coochie. Men eat women's coochie, heterosexual, and gay men eat men's Bucci, their butthole, because that's their version of eating coochie. So now they brung that over and making you straight women think that it's okay to start eating so-called straight men's groceries. I'm like, actually, that's gay smecks eating. Okay, and why would you want to go to a man's butthole anyway? Half of these men got fucked up hygiene. You don't even know what you're going to get down there stinking and stuff. It's disgusting. I wish you would ask me to do that. Get the hell out. I'm not talking to you. I'm not eating no man's groceries. Okay? It's disgusting. So allegedly Tyrese was getting bent over by Jada in her Timberland boots, and Jada was allegedly doing this to Tyrese. This was crazy to hear. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Look, I heard over a decade ago from someone that Jada and Jasmine Guy was together back in the day. Allegedly, back in the day, her and Jasmine Guy were effing each other. They were together. I heard this a decade ago. So now that this is coming out, I'm like, I don't know. It's their business if they were. MC Light, I was shocked as hell to find out she got a husband now. If you look at MC Light back in the day, in those pictures, she was full on stud. She was gay. And she still is, allegedly. I'm like, well, why did she get married? Unless she's bisexual, but she was given straight up stud, straight up. Okay? So I'm like, are they doing this for cover? They feel their career might be damaged if they come out the closet. I don't understand. Like, why even get married if you really, because he had said that Jada and MC Light were seen at the gay clubs. And I mean, that's not shocking at all to me, as far as, especially MC Light. MC Light is hard and she is a stud. I don't care what nobody says. She looks really good these days. Makeup is beautiful. She's into her feminine look a little bit, but even back in the day, I mean, I don't know. It's not hard to tell when someone is a stud, when they're given strong stud energy. Okay, and MC Light definitely was. Okay, so as far as Alfonso Ribeiro, he said that he was bleeding and screaming, please stop, Jada, being bent over and stuff. I said, I don't know. I'm just wondering if it's true. How did this happen? Literally, how did you end up in that situation? Because clearly, I mean, people used to try to say he was gay for years, but if he was gay, he wouldn't be screaming, please stop, and bleeding and stuff. Then again, I mean, if the dildo was really big, then yeah, but how does this happen? How does little Jada end up bending him over that way? Like, what's going on? What's going on? So, there's also a video where he says that the guy from Empire, Bashir, that young man who has gone crazy and now is saying all this gay stuff out the blue, he said that Will Smith raped him. That's what he said on video. He said that Will raped him and that Diddy made him suck his penis, and that Charlie Mack dude. So that's what's coming out right now. That's what's being said. So let's see a little bit more of things that he has said in the past.
Jada Pinkett Smith was not holding back threats against purported longtime friend of her husband, Will Smith. For context, Jada was sued in November of 2025 for $3 million by Bilal Salam, who claimed to be Will's best friend of 40 years. In the lawsuit, Bilal says Jada and about 7 others approached him during a private birthday gathering for Will's 53rd birthday. He claims Jada became verbally aggressive and told him if he kept spilling her personal business, he would end up catching a bullet. He then goes on to claim that Jada demanded he sign an NDA or else. It then says that one of Jada's associates followed him to his car while they continued shouting verbal threats at him. Then in March of 2022, Salam says he refused to participate in crisis management for Will Smith after he smacked Chris Rock because he didn't want to participate in tasks he believed were illegal, unethical, and morally compromising. Finally, he said that Jada and Will's team launched a retaliatory campaign against him, which became worse when they found out he was writing a whistleblower memoir about his time with them. We've reached out to Jada, but we haven't heard anything back. There's a lot to unpack here, but what do you guys think about his claims?
One of the things that Jada has over him, Will lost it and beat the shit out of Jada. I mean, beat the dog shit out of her. That so bad that they had to make a makeshift hospital in their home so that it couldn't get out to the public. So that pain of Will seeing Jada fucking Mark Anthony on their couch in their home, right? Because he know they were already fucking on the set. This is fact. He just couldn't take it, and he whipped her ass so much that she had to get face surgery and everything. If you look at her face, you could see where she had surgery around her cheeks and all that stuff. So Will don't want that to get out there. This is another thing she said.
How did you find out about it?
I talked to Will. Will was a basket case. Will was a damn basket case. Like I told you, his lover, Dwayne Martin, anybody can see it on the records, that club was owned by Will. That's what I'm saying. These private investigators brought me everything to support what I am saying. So that lounge Dwayne Martin said he owned, it was owned by Will. Will brought him that. The Bentley, Will brought him that. The home he lived in, Will gave him the money. Boom. Some of the roles that Dwayne Martin, one of the things that Jada has over him, Will lost it and beat the shit out of Jada. I mean, beat the dog shit out of her. That so bad that they had to make a makeshift hospital in their home so that it couldn't get out to the public.
I don't know why, y'all, but when I heard this, I kind of believed it. I have heard for years that her and Mark Anthony got it on Hawthorne, and he said it, he confirmed it, allegedly. And if you couldn't hear what he said in a video that Will gives her permission to sleep with who she wants to. They have an open relationship. Will sleeps with other women and allegedly men. But when she did it behind Will's back and brung Mark Anthony, J-Lo's ex-husband, brung him in the house without permission to sleep with him, he caught her effing him on the couch. And he just said it. Will lost it and beat the shit out of her. Now, Will is known as a nice guy, really in love with Jada, very affectionate and everything. He had said that Will wanted to take his life and that he was embarrassed by what he did to her and hurt by what he did to Jada. And he said that they had to make a makeshift hospital at their home because it couldn't get out to the press. It would ruin Will. Will's whole career and legacy would be destroyed if they find out that he beat the shit out of Jada. So he said that's what happened. And she had to get some work done. And that's also a reason why she don't like him like that no more after he whooped her ass like that. So I don't know. A part of me can believe it. I don't want to. But now, allegedly, Kim Porter had a book. I don't know if it's true. And she said that she saw P. Diddy walking out of the bedroom with Snoop Dogg. P. Diddy and Snoop Dogg was fucking each other, allegedly. And she was with Jada. She had Jada in one room, Kim Porter and Jada getting it on or something. And then Diddy and Snoop Dogg and Will Smith all effing each other in a room. I'm not saying it's 100% true. I could see it with Snoop. He has feminine ways.
We had just had a wild night. It was after one of Sean's infamous parties. Everyone was there, and we not only had threesomes, but we also swapped partners. Our sex life was crazy, but I got to do things with Sean I would never have been able to do with a straight man. Sean cared about me, but it was becoming more and more obvious that he preferred men. I was beginning to think I was there more to cover his wild desires than because he really wanted to be with me. He was like Caesar, every woman's man and every man's woman. But truthfully, at that stage, I was becoming okay with that. I woke up and left the bedroom where I was with Jada, and he happened to be coming out of the bedroom. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? He happened to be coming out of the bedroom with Snoop and Will Smith. Yes, Snoop attended the parties from time to time. I could see him and Will kind of snuggled on the bed. I was grateful I wasn't asked to join in that room. I really didn't like Snoop. Now you guys got your answer. Everyone who speculated, allegedly, that X was Snoop. Let's go on. Sean smiled when he saw me. Good morning. Here at the orgies, he wasn't affectionate. He didn't have to pretend. He couldn't walk straight. I knew how he felt. We've had sessions playing with each other's anal cavities. I wanted to be home before Quincy woke up, so I told him, I'm getting ready to go. Let's have a cup of coffee first. This man, he wanted to talk. I didn't know what it was about, but in situations like this, I really didn't have a choice. He was becoming more violent when he didn't get what he wanted, and I didn't really want to fight. So I sat down, but before we started talking, Snoop came out the room. Sean was wearing boxers. Snoop was in his birthday suit. Snoop addressed us, morning. When he turned around to close the door, there was a dry cum stain on his back. Snoop walked over, pulled a chair. Oh my God, I can't even act like I can't picture that on somebody's back. Oh God. I mean, parties from time to time. I could see him and Will. I know some women okay with that. I woke up and left the bedroom where I was with Jada, and he happened to be coming out of the bedroom. Y'all ready? Y'all ready?
Okay, so you know that book that came out that allegedly was from Kim Porter, rest in peace, Kim Porter. She was reading it, and allegedly she said she was with Jada, probably effing Jada, and in the room was Will Smith and Snoop Dogg. She said that one of them, either Will Smith or Snoop Dogg, was walking funny, they couldn't walk, and that they were playing with each other's anal cavity. She said Snoop Dogg came out the room smiling, good morning. And when he turned around, she said, was a dried cum stain on Snoop Dogg's back that Diddy or Will put on him after effing him or whatever they was doing with him. You know, a lot of y'all can't believe it, but Snoop Dogg been wearing ponytails and perm in his hair and wearing barrettes and shit. Like, they throw it in y'all face because they know you're not going to believe it because I'm a Crip, I'm a blood, I'm that, I'm hard, I'm that. And meanwhile, they getting effed by men. A lot of them have been on the casting couch, a number of them, to get deals done, mega $1 million deals and endorsements and having to sleep with CEOs and all this other stuff, even if they don't want to, but they do it. They do it to keep their job or to keep getting money, to stay relevant and everything like that. I'm not saying that he did. I'm just saying that I wouldn't be shocked if he did, because he does have a lot of, oh, look, someone said, yeah, Snoop Dogg even wears nail polish. Okay. Oh, thank you, Mona. Thank you, baby. So, I mean, I don't know. A lot of people, they know y'all would never believe it. They're fully aware that y'all would never, on average, most of you would never believe this in your life or accept it. Especially if their image has been thug and blood and Crip and I'm hard, I'm hip hop and stuff. They know. So that's what she said. Okay, so Jada. So I've seen some people in the past saying, okay, Jada really getting down like this. And I didn't always want to believe it until I saw that photo of Jada and Will at the MTV Music Awards or some sort of award show. And Jada was just sitting like a man. And Will had his legs crossed like a woman with his hand on his face. It was very feminine, and Jada was very masculine in the picture. I'm like, oh my God. If a picture can speak 1,000 words looking at this picture. And I think they're both just bisexuals, leaning more towards actually just gay, but they got married maybe because of money. They were two powerful black people in Hollywood. And they do stuff like that, these whole bearded relationships, and they had their kids and stuff. And interviews that I've seen more recently with Jada, it's just clear as day that she is very masculine. And I think that she does sleep with women. And that's her business, you know. I think she's feminine and masculine. Back in the day, given very feminine. And Will always seemed very into her, always trying to kiss her, and then she would reject him sometimes. It was horrible to see. I had never noticed it until recently when I saw the videos of Will keep trying to hug her and kiss her on the red carpet, and she just always acts like she doesn't even like her own husband, which is very strange because Will is a very good-looking man. But I could see if you found out he was creeping with men and you're disgusted. But I think they went into the marriage both knowing that they both were bisexual. But maybe she got tired of using the strap. I don't know if she did. I'm not saying she did. So, girl, it's a lot going on with that. A lot.
Jada was the woman that everybody wanted. And Will needed that validation to have that type of woman.
You saw her say that Will Smith had a small dick.
I am saying to you, if a woman is used to something the size of a baby leg and you come in with a pinky toe, There's nothing you can do to please her. You can buy her 80 cars. You can get her 80 private jets. If she's itching for that baby leg, she want that baby leg.
And that's not a lie. My thing is, so he implied that Will ain't packing like that. Now, just because, look, he said if she's used to a baby leg and then you get with something much smaller. Here's the thing. He could be smaller than what she's used to, but he might not actually be small. He's just smaller than what you're used to. Every woman is different. There's different levels to what every woman likes, type of thing. Now, there are some men that just universally, just every woman's going to say hell no to that. It's too damn little. I don't know. I ain't seen Will's thing, so I don't know. My thing is, though, is that why would you get married to a man with a small penis and you know you don't like small penis? Do you think it's going to grow? Because it's not. I'm trying. It's the same thing with men. Like, why would you marry a woman who don't give head and you knew you like head? Why would you marry her? Are you fucking crazy? I don't get people who do this. But then again, I understand if it's Will Smith. He's beautiful. He's the most biggest black male actor in America. So, and the money, even though Jada was successful, but it's Will Smith. He's a megastar. So yeah, I could see you will have women who'll do that. Like, okay, he little, but he can take care of me, so I'll do it. But then they end up miserable because the man just cannot please you at all. And some women might say, can we have an open relationship? Let's have a threesome. Bring another man in. And really, she just wants some more penis because you can. But most men are not going to go for that. Most of them. But allegedly, they had an open marriage and relationship. So I don't know. I ain't never seen Will, so I don't know if that's true or not. Okay, and maybe for another woman, he might be decent. I don't know. But it is true, like what that man said about what you used to and stuff. So, okay, hold on. Oh, okay. Okay, so all right, that is it for the whole Jada and Will Smith thing. And leave a heart if you believe everything that I just showed when it comes to Will and Jada and these threesomes, smexcapades, dildos, bleeding, Tyrese being bent over by Jada, wearing Timberland boots and a fitted cap. Can y'all leave a heart if y'all believe this, which y'all just heard? I see nothing but heart so far. So y'all believe it. Oh my God. Oh Lord, Lord have mercy. But you know what's disturbing out of everything that I've heard that I don't want to be true? Like, okay, if you and Jada have consensual smex with other adults, whether they're men and women, and y'all are freaky deaky, okay. But what bothers me is hearing Will allegedly grape the young guy from Empire. They said that they have this mentorship sort of program where they get the young guys in Hollywood and then they turn them out or they grape them. And that's the part that I'm hoping and really hoping that's not true about them, because that's disgusting to me and they would need to be in jail. Now, some people said, how could Will grape Bashir? How could he grape him? He willingly bent over. That's what people are saying. Did he make you suck it? Did he make you suck it? Did Will make you suck it? Or did you do it because you wanted to be close and to have fame and connection? Because you do have men coming out acting like a GUN was put to their head and someone said, you better suck it and give me that Bucci or else. And then you have in some cases, you wanted to get a contract, you wanted to get wealthy, and the man wanted your ass and you gave it to him. Let's just keep it real. That's what goes on too. You weren't raped. He didn't hold you down. I'm not saying that for Bashir because I wasn't there. I'm talking about there are a number of models and singers in the industry where you had a choice to give up your butthole. You had a choice not to give up your butthole as a grown man. Y'all are two grown men with muscles. Don't tell me y'all can't fucking fight each other. Okay? And I'm not saying you don't have some men who don't hold it over them, like, look, I have the money and this, sign that contract, go on, suck it. Oh, you want this $1 million deal? I want some head. I want to see if you're going to do it. Get on your knees. And then you're going to be there like, I got a choice. I'm going to get on my knees right now. I want this a meal. Nobody got to find out my manhood. We ain't got to tell nobody. And they say they record it secretly. So if you act up, they're like, I know you got a wife and you got these women fans. You want me to show them you giving me head? That's what they say happens. And I can believe it. But that's what happens with a number of them. Now, some of them are grape. Grape can happen, especially if you drink something and you wake up bleeding and sore. That is grape, and you should sue if you can. And in some cases, they don't because they don't want to be taken off the earth because these are very powerful men. And in some cases, they do choose to give up that asshole, a number of them. And then they feel embarrassed about it and sad about it. And then they get on drugs and start drinking and stuff because they gave up their butthole. And Terrence Howard said this in an interview. Personally, I think he did it too, but he's lying about it. I don't know. He claims he didn't. I don't know. So, Jamar says it couldn't be me. So Jamar, if P. Diddy said, look, Jamar, I got a $50 million check on this table. I got $50 million. I heard you want that house. You got a lot of medical debt and all types of bills. Player, yo, player. I got the 50 mil right on the table. Look at this check. But I want some head. Don't nobody got to find out. It'll be between me and you in this room. Come on. Come on. Starts unzipping it. You go on. I want you to suck it for 5 minutes. Jamar, I'm going to give you 50 mil. The check is right here. Are you going to do it? Jamar in the chat says, I'm leaving. Okay. Maybe you would leave, but you know a lot of men who pretend to be so strong and hard. If 50 million was presented just to suck a penis, a lot of them would do it. They might even think, hell, I got to do this for my family. I got to do this for my future. This will go with me to the grave. And then they give that man head for 5 minutes to get that damn check. A lot of women would do it. Shit, they're like, shit, all right. A number of them put the check in the bank. Damn, Valentina says, I'm going to do it. Girl. Oh, my God. I'm trying not to laugh. Oh, God. I can't. Okay. Let's go to the next topic. The next topic I want to talk about is how women are just not safe in the streets of New York City, around the whole nation. Around the whole nation. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, so this New York City University, a student, this man behind her, you saw what he did on her way to class, and he's been arrested actually 17 times. And from what I heard, he actually was arrested for murder in 1997, or tried to. But yeah, 17 arrests, and he's still out on the street. He could have had a weapon in his hand. I mean, he did hurt her by slapping her butt hard, but what if he had a weapon? He's just rolling up on her like this. Hold on.
I'm kind of freaking out right now, but I decided to make myself feel better. I feel like talking about it and letting other people know and be aware will make myself feel better. So if you're a young girl living in New York City, and like going to NYU, like please be careful. I was just on my way this morning at 9:20 a.m. walking to class on Broadway off of like Waverly Place where like that Fresh and Co is. And like as I'm walking like with my headphones on listening to music, I feel like something like slap me so hard, like literally on my ass, like so hard. And I was like, oh my god, ow, that hurts so bad. And I was like, oh, I thought it was like one of my friends. So I was like gonna turn around and be like, ow, like that hurt so bad, why did you do that? But like when I turned around, I just saw this like old white guy, and like right when I turned around, he like grabbed my fucking hair like this and like yanked me and like threw me to the ground. My like headphones went fucking flying, and I was just like on the ground, and I saw him just like bolt away down Waverly, and I was like, holy shit, what the fuck just happened? This like group of girls, they're so nice, they came up to me and they were like they helped me up, and they're like, are you okay? Like what the fuck just happened? And like I was honestly in shock, like I wasn't crying yet, and I was like, oh my god, like what the hell was that? And then this like really like nice guy came up to me and like helped me call the police after, and like I made a report. But like that was honestly like the scariest experience of my life. So if you're by campus and you see this like tall white guy, like homeless looking guy with a beard and like sweats or something, like please like report him, like be careful. And yeah, like just be aware when you're walking like anywhere right now in New York, because like I never thought this was gonna happen to me, just because I was like, I've seen the stories and I was like, oh, that's so scary, but like having it actually happen now, it's like, oh my god, like you need to like be aware at all times. Now I'm pissed because like I've been doing all this boxing, like I should have gotten up and like chased after him and like squared his bitch ass up. Like that would have been a sick story. Also, mind you, like, this is literally my first day back from Thanksgiving break, like, and I literally have finals in 2 weeks, so the timing is insane. I'm kind of freaking.
So this just goes to show you again, like so many women are saying, it doesn't matter if you're dressed up, men will still target you. They, you know, now they have arrested him, by the way, he's been arrested, but it shows you if a man sees that you're a woman and he hates your gender, he will do something to you. You have other countries where they tell you, well, cover up. Oh, you wouldn't get touched if you didn't dress a certain way. Men know that you have a pussy. Excuse my language. They know you have a vagina. It doesn't matter what you wear. If they can tell by looking at you that you are a woman, they know what's between your legs. I'm not saying to go outside dressing extremely revealing, but they know what you have between your legs. And if they want your vagina, they will take it if he's violent. It doesn't matter if you're in a hijab. It doesn't matter if you're wearing a long dress or maxi skirt. You have a vagina. And they know that. So if they want it, and they're violent and they're a rapist, they will try to take it from you. Of all ages. Okay? I remember when I heard about a nun who was raped. So it's absolutely horrible. And I think she should sue or do something, even though, I mean, the man is homeless. What is she going to get from the man? But still press charges. Okay, she said that it hurt very bad. That man slapped the hell out of her on her butt. Okay, it's probably bruised, and it could have been worse with him having a weapon towards her. Let's look at it one more time. So you see his hand behind her. And this happens every single year to women all across the country, especially in New York. New York always has a lot of serial murderers and crazy men running around bothering women. Valentina says in Chicago, they set a woman on fire on the train. I heard about that. The man had been arrested over 40 times and they let him out. The victim was a young white lady. You know what? Some people claim that it's the Democrats doing this. Leave a heart if you believe that. They say that Democrats are soft on crime and that they're the reason why they keep letting these damn psychopaths out of jail. I don't know if that's 100% true. That's just something I see people saying. Leave a heart if you believe that. Okay, so All right. Protect Divinely says, stay vigilant, ladies. Keep your headphones on. Keep your head in survival. No headphones in public. Creeps are everywhere. You know, things will start to change a little bit more the more women get a GUN and mace. Because the day women get tired and start taking men down, if you know what I mean, some things might change a little bit. Maybe. I'm not sure. Okay. So.
Halle Berry's boyfriend, Van Hunt, is allegedly cheating on her with her male co-star. She's promoting her new show, Crime 101, and allegedly her boyfriend is sleeping with one of the male stars. The blind item reads, this award-winning actress, both Oscars and Emmys, is seeing someone. The problem? Her boyfriend is secretly hooking up with one of her male co-stars on the project she's about to start promoting. And again, this is allegedly Halle Berry and her boyfriend, Van Hunt, sleeping with a male that she works with on Crime 101. And the related headline reads, box office, Chris Hemsworth, Halle Berry's Crime 101 lands President's Day weekend 2026 release. The LA set heist movie also stars Mark Ruffalo, Barry Keoghan, Monica Barbaro, Corey Hawkins, Jennifer Jason Leigh, and Nick Nolte. So who do we think her boyfriend is sleeping with? And the next related headline reads, all about Halle Berry's boyfriend, musician Van Hunt. In June 2025, Van Hunt told Today that he proposed to Halle Berry, but she has yet to accept. Halle Berry's boyfriend, Van Hunt, is allegedly cheating on her with her male co-star.
I said, what? What? But again, I'm not always shocked because so many of the men and the women in Hollywood sleep with both men and women. The casting couches and all this other stuff. I mean, people have talked about Halle. I don't know if it's 100% true. But I'm like, so damn, Halle, you get with this guy. And I don't even know who he is like that. I mean, does he really have a successful career? I had never even heard of him until she got with him. So, but she got with him, and now they're claiming he's sleeping with a man, a co-star. So, I'm not anything, Tread. I'm more of an independent, but I'll vote for who I feel could help and save the country. Whoever makes the most sense. But now that I'm learning more about things with politics and I'm seeing certain stuff, I just don't know for sure. I just don't know for sure. Like I had said in one post, I see problems on both sides. I really do. On both parties have some issues. Okay, so what do you think, y'all? What do you think? Leave a heart if you believe this, that Halle Berry's man is sleeping with her co-star, a man. So, I mean, we just keep seeing, look, Will and Jada, now Halle and this man and others. It's just craziness. So, all right. I just wanted to share that. But speaking of cheating and everything, look at this.
Cheated on after 14 years. Now a single mom raising 2 kids on her own. Broken up with by the love of her life, who's now dating her best friend. Divorced after her husband cheated. Also raising a child by herself now. 4 women publicly admitted that her husband slept with them while she was pregnant. You cannot control a man's commitment to you. You cannot control a man's loyalty. Always invest back into yourself. Never give up on your own dreams, goals, career. Get that money. Chase your dreams, not men. Never overly invest into a man. Because if it gets to the point like in these cases here, if you didn't overly invest and you still had your own life and identity outside of the relationship, you can just walk away, dust yourself off, and your life carries on. However, if you are the loyal golden retriever, always waiting on the sideline, making your entire life around him, forgetting that you are the prize, and then he cheats, you end up living with a lot of regret because you realized, I should have never put all of this love and attention and energy and money into a man. I should have put it into myself. So ladies, be smart. Do not learn from your mistakes, learn from other people's mistakes. Into your life, chase your goals, not men.
I mean, look, a lot of women still desire to have a man. The thing is, though, is that there's a high percentage that he's going to cheat on you, a good portion. These are some of the most beautiful women in the world, and They model for Victoria's Secret, and this is Candace. I think her name is Candace Swanpole or something like that. Very beautiful. And look, her man dogged her out. And then she showed the other women who got dogged out. And these are very well off people. And these are the top models. And they still got done dirty like everyday women. So it just goes to show you that, I mean, people will say, look, Halle Berry got cheated on. Beyonce got cheated on. Angelina Jolie, I think, might have got cheated on. So it's just being attractive is not going to keep a man from cheating because they get used to you. You know, he might think at first, I have one of the most beautiful women in the world. But then after being with you for like 5 or 10 years, then they get used to you and they're like, oh, I want something else, something new. I now hit it. I got you. You got my babies. And now I'm tired. I want to try something else. And that's what a number of them out here do, sadly. Or they might have problems in the relationship and he steps out. So your status won't keep you safe from being cheated on. It won't. Look, imagine dating down and still getting cheated on. Damn. So I had to share that with you. You know, she says, this woman below says, you have to focus on yourself, pour into yourself, because at the end of the day, I mean, yeah, you're in a relationship, but it's not going to keep you safe from heartbreak or being done wrong or him turning on you or trying to do you wrong, maybe even leave you without a house and all this other stuff that we see happening. So this is a damn shame.
Could this be the end of Fenty Beauty for Rihanna? LVMH is reportedly selling their 50% stake in the company, leaving it all to Rihanna. And the blind item alleges that hopefully she's saved up well because the money is about to stop rolling in. But considering she's a reported billionaire and her partner is ASAP Rocky, I don't really think she has anything to worry about. And the blind item reads, this foreign-born, one-named permanent A-list singer who no longer performs is about to get blindsided. The corporation who once made millions off of her have decided they're done. She'll be left out in the cold, and hopefully she's saved wisely because that money train has officially stopped running. And again, this is allegedly Rihanna and the future of her company, Fenty Beauty. And the related headline reads, LVMH explores sale of its 50% stake in Rihanna-backed Fenty Beauty, sources say. 4 different sources have said that luxury goods giant LVMH is exploring a sale of its 50% stake in Fenty Beauty, which is co-owned with Rihanna. Rihanna launched Fenty Beauty in 2017 with the help of Kendo Brands, LVMH's in-house beauty incubator. Could this be the end of Fenty?
Well, look, I heard that Rihanna actually made another $1 billion with something else. And hopefully she was just smart with her money. You don't make that kind of money and you don't have, hopefully her account is looking very well where if something happens to her beauty empire brand, she's still okay. Hopefully she's worked with good investors and her money is safely kept, maybe in a Swiss bank, all this type of stuff. I hope that she's smart when it comes to keeping her money safe, even if this business falls apart, because just because your company is no longer popular doesn't mean that you have to crumble. I know the woman who made Carol's daughter, people were upset that she sold the company, but it was doing kind of bad and she did it. And she still had a little bit of creative control, but she still got paid as to where she's not out on the street. She still has her millions. So if this is true, hopefully this is okay. How does ASAP make money? Because he hasn't had a record in a decade. Yeah, I never even, look, a lot of women make these guys more popular. Like I said, with Sierra, I never heard of Future until she got with him. A lot of these guys are on the coattails of these women, and then they become more relevant and more famous. I only heard like one song from ASAP, and that's actually after I looked it up. I had never heard of this man. It's like he came out the blue, but they said he had like $5 or $10 million. So he was somewhat popular. I had never heard of him, but she got with him, and there have been rumors about his sexuality. Okay, so I don't know. But that's who she chose, and they're together, allegedly, possibly secretly married. Hopefully everything works out for them. Okay? So let me share something you have to see. It's very important to be safe.
All the women and teens out there that take Ubers and taxis everywhere just was made aware of a new danger that's going on. You might want to listen up. So one of the new things now they're doing is as soon as you get in the vehicle, they will try to offer you a water. And a lot of times what they've done is they have taken a needle and they have injected the bottle with just a little bit of fentanyl or whatever it is they decide to use to try to make you lethargic and or knock you out of some type. So due to this fact, I would advise you that when you get into a vehicle of any type that is not your own vehicle and that you don't know the person that you're getting in, do not take any food or any drink that they offer you, because right now, nowadays, it's just not safe, and you don't know if they've laced it with something. And again, they can put it in with a needle. A lot of times now what they're saying is to be able to test it, and if somebody gives you want to take the water, I wouldn't, but if you did, squeeze the bottle. If water starts leaking out of it, that's a sure sign that they've already laced it with something. So my best advice is, ladies and teens, if you're getting into a vehicle and you don't know the person that is behind that wheel, do not take any food or drink from them.
Okay, so you got to be careful. No drinks or food offered to you in any sort of taxi, because the traffickers are putting needles and putting it in the food and drink to knock you out. And when you wake up, you're in a trunk or you're in another country or taken somewhere where they will grape you and sell you off to be graped. So do not take any food and drink from them at all. And speaking of food and drink,
K&W Cafeteria suddenly closes all 9 restaurants without warning. Most are in the Triad. I'm WFMY News 2's Julie Luck. K&W was founded in the 1930s by the late Grady Allred Sr. Many family members work for the family business, including his grandson, Dax Allred. He shared this statement with me. It reads in part, although the K&W history is now complete, long live the countless memories of families and friends coming together over a meal at their local K&W cafeteria. I will miss that chocolate cream pie. K&W was headquartered in Winston-Salem. It was sold to a restaurant management group in 2022, 2 years after filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection.
Okay, so I had never actually been to K&W, but apparently this was an extremely popular place to eat, a cafeteria. And I might have been one time, but it was so long ago, I don't even remember what the food tastes like. But a lot of people are devastated because they didn't even tell them. It just out the blue, they closed. And, well, they knew, but the average person didn't know. And we see this happening all the time. I said just the other day, you know, Red Lobster is one of the last standing. Everything we grew up seeing that was so wonderful has either turned terrible and completely has gone. Kmart is nothing like it used to be at all. Most of them have closed down. Blockbuster closed. JCPenney is on its last leg. So many stores have closed, and Joann's closed. It's just the economy is not doing good at all at large, and a lot of stuff is closing that people never thought would close, and it's sad to see. It's sad to see. So I think I want to show one more thing. Let me see something. Hold on. No. I'll save that for another time. I think, well, okay. Let me show this.
America just lost a piece of history and witnessed to one of the worst acts of racial violence that this country has ever committed. And that's saying a lot. The 111-year-old survivor of the Tulsa race massacre passed away recently. And white people, if you've never heard of the Tulsa massacre, that's not an accident. A lot of white Americans were never taught this on purpose. So here's what you need to know. In 1921, Tulsa, Oklahoma had a thriving black neighborhood called Greenwood, also known as Black Wall Street. Black-owned businesses, doctors, lawyers, restaurants, movie theaters. Generational wealth was being built only 60 years after slavery was abolished. Then on May 31st, a white mob, supported by police, city officials, and even private planes, burned it to the ground. They bombed the neighborhoods from the air. They looted homes and businesses. They shot residents in the streets. Bodies were dumped in unmarked graves. Historians estimate about 300 black men, women, and children were all killed on that one day. 10,000 left homeless and 35 city blocks destroyed. And for nearly 100 years, America has covered it up. No mention in textbooks, no accountability. This survivor, who lived to be 111 years old, she carried the trauma of that day for over a century. They watched friends die. They watched their community be erased. They survived a massacre their own country refused to admit even happened. Her passing isn't just the death of an elder. It's the loss of an eyewitness testimony to one of the crimes white America has tried its hardest to forget. We owe it to them and the generation that never got justice to teach the truth, to make sure Greenwood never gets erased again. Please like and share so more people hear this story, because silence is how they tried to bury it to begin with. Share your thoughts in the comment section and follow me for more.
What do you remember about the time?
People getting killed and houses, property, schools, churches, and stores getting destroyed with fire, and then someone in the neighborhood saying to leave the neighborhood, if not, we're going to kill all of the black people. It just stays with me, you know. It's just the fear that I have lived in Tulsa since, but I don't sleep all night living there.
109-year-old Mother Fletcher, as she's known, is one of only 2 people alive who remember firsthand what the 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre was like, sitting with us alongside her grandson and niece. How do you think your life would have been different if this had not happened?
I would have got an education to where I could get a better job, like especially being a nurse.
Throughout the interview, his grandmother's hearing wasn't always perfect.
He said even after everything happened,
He often had to check that she could hear my questions. But as we wrapped up... All right, you look great, you sound great.
Well, good.
Oh, you heard that.
Rest in peace to her. And it's just disgusting to me. You know, people will say our country is just going to fall apart until the rights are corrected. What was done wrong is corrected, and that karma is coming. You just can't do things like this and not pay for it in some type of way. I don't know always how I feel 100%, because there are so many people who have done things disgusting to people, and they lived their lives until they were elderly and passed away. I don't like to hear about afterlife justice. I want justice now. I don't like saying, oh, well, when God gonna deal. No. I want to see things. I want to see justice now. And I'm talking about with great victims, all types of murders, things, everything. What happened in Tulsa, I mean, most of them passed away. She was the oldest living victim from what happened. And now she's gone. She didn't get justice. She didn't get our government. People, I see so much going on with race relations that's regressing that it pisses me off all across the board. But things have to be corrected. If you want, like Spike Lee had said, you got to do the right thing. Our government should have compensated her. Acknowledge it. Sometimes some people don't want to acknowledge things because it's too painful and embarrassing and they're ashamed. My thing is, you have to do it. You have to say, look, this is what happened. Everybody tell the story. We can't believe what happened. Also, he left out the first video. They didn't just bomb it out the blue. It was a white woman who lied on a black man, and then it riled up the racist men who were already looking for a reason to probably come over there because they were jealous that black people were thriving. And it's the crazy part to me is that you have some racist people who will say, don't be lazy, pick yourself up by your bootstraps, get yourselves together. Then you have black people who were trying to do that and become self-sufficient as much as they could. And then you get jealous. I just saw a video of a man who wants immigrants out the country because he was upset seeing immigrants driving a nicer car than him where he was living. You don't know if they started a business that was successful, but that jealousy and seething, like, how could you have more than me? Especially back in the day, maybe some of the white officers or white men who did that in Tulsa, maybe they didn't have as much and they were jealous, like these black, you know what, how they get this. Movie theaters and planes and grocery stores and, oh, you think you gonna do good? But then complain, oh, they lazy little N-words, they don't work, they're lazy, they don't do this and that, and all that. Now, and then they got something, and then you want to come over there and then mess it up because some woman lied. They were just looking for a reason to come up over there and start something anyway, and they had one and came up over there and did what they did. And the fact that being bombed is disgusting. Disgusting. It's disgusting. It's shameful. It's embarrassing. Okay? And there are people who will say, well, the people who did it will pay. We don't know that for sure. We don't know if they just pass away and if hell exists, they went to hell, or they just got reincarnated. We don't know. We don't know what happens. We need to start seeing justice now. Let God deal with people when they pass away. While you are living, we want to see justice with man's law, the living. Okay? Even when it comes to men who grape, they public D penalties, X, so you know what? I believe all that. I believe that. But imagine what she went through, living that long. Our government should have compensated her. She should have been given a home for free and with no property tax and yearly income for what they did to her. Make things right, apologize, compensate people. I want to know, why do so many people go so hard against giving black people reparations? Why does it bother some of you? You might not have been, when I see okay, you have foreign people that's not white or black talking about, no, that's because some of y'all, you don't even come from this country. There are Japanese people who got reparations, Jewish people who got reparations. So why the fuck can everybody else get reparations for stuff that didn't even happen in our country, but yet our ancestors completely ripped from families, given different names, having to sleep with their relatives to produce slaves like cattle. Women graped in front of their husbands and family members. All this disgusting stuff that is a part of history, but yet all of a sudden, and building up companies from the money. You know damn well a lot of white families who did have slaves, because not every white person has slaves in America, and not every white person that lives in America has ancestors who was in the transatlantic slave trade profiting. You have foreign white people who are first or third and fourth generation who didn't even enslave black American people. But the ones who did, profiting off the money, building businesses, being able to pass down homes because you had the money from slavery and all your descendants don't have to struggle to buy a fucking home and all this other stuff, building banks and companies that came from your ancestors who had slaves. This is a real thing. So just do the right fucking thing. You got money to send to Ukraine and all this. Use that damn money and just give the black Americans, not Africans and immigrants, black Americans descendant of slaves, compensate for free work that was done to build the country while black wealth was suppressed. Just shut the fuck up about it and do the right fucking thing. And if black people squander it, yeah, then you can say, look, we gave you money and you fucked it up. Okay, then you'll take the L if that ends up happening. I don't want my taxpayers. Shut up. Your taxpayers go to a bunch of bullshit all the time. Not only that, but the government has money stored away. They don't even have to use all y'all money. Stop sending it to other countries for stuff we have nothing to do with. If it's 4 or 5 billion or trillion, just split it up for the Black Americans of descendants of slaves and do the right thing. But some of y'all out here, you fight tooth and nail about it because you honestly don't think Black people deserve it. And that's disgusting to me. But you don't have an issue with all these other foreign countries who have gotten reparations from our country for shit we have nothing to do with. No one is saying that you were a slave owner. Anyone with sense, I don't blame all white people for slavery. And yes, I'm aware I've never been a slave, and I have no idea what slaves truly went through. But as a descendant of people who were enslaved, the fact is that free work was done for free while you got rich and they were destitute. Do the right thing and compensate. If you can give all these other fucking people reparations, you can't tell me you cannot find a way to give. You don't have to just give it right away, because there will be Black people who are immigrants who will try to lie and get the money. No. But thankfully, there are records here in America, okay? When you can tell by a last name, a lot of Black people who are foreign, their last names give it away that they're not American. You can look at the damn last name. So, and I'm not saying I want Black and white people to be friends. My thing is, some things that were done wrong have to be righted. You got to make it right. And that's why there's so much turmoil in the country too. You just gotta make it right, you know? And I know there will be people who might F up the money, but it's their money. Let's see what they do. Black people hopefully would be smart and buy up homes and all this stuff and fix your credit, fix your debt and all of that. And maybe things might be a little bit more equal. Probably not all the way, but as close as you can get. If a family, not all white people, families own slaves, do research and find out what families own slaves. And if you want to make them pay or, going towards reparations, then it would be them and not the white people whose families didn't have slaves. Okay. And if you're not going to do reparations, something has to change because and it's not just Black people. This whole country is suffering. I think we need a whole new system altogether because it's just our country is turning third world. That's just the truth. So I don't know. Kiki says, give $300,000 free education and kids get a monthly check. Okay. A good stimulus for certain industries. All right, let's see. I mean, I've seen people say, well, welfare was reparations and Section 8 was reparations and, that was reparations type of thing. You can't buy a home with welfare. Not at large, no. And there are people who feel like shit. Well, some of y'all don't deserve no damn reparations. Y'all lazy. I mean, you have some people who are lazy and shit, but I feel like if you have ancestry from American slavery, I feel they need to do something. I do support reparations because I don't like how some people try to make it sound like it was just slavery and it wasn't like that. It was a lot of disgusting, brutal shit. Having your child snatched from you, names changed, forced to sleep with your cousins and daddies and stuff, forced to breastfeed a white woman's baby that's slapping you upside the head, calling you an N-word, forcing you to do all this other stuff. Nah, baby, you need to pay for that shit, in my opinion. And I don't hate all white people. Y'all all know that who watch my videos. But I feel like, I don't know, if reparations are not going to happen, the whole country just needs to change. And I do feel like racist people, whether they're white, Black, Asian, I really want all just to go. Because it's like people fought for things to change, and I just see all this regression happening, and it's disgusting to me. disgusting. I don't believe in segregation. I think that it was evil from the start. Why would humans have to separate themselves? Why can't y'all all just learn to fucking get along, in my opinion? But I know the history too. And so, yeah, I basically, at the end of the day, yeah, I support reparations. And if you don't, you don't. I didn't go into full detail even more of things I can say. I actually have to get ready to go. So, oh no, I don't believe in segregation. I think it's weird. I think it's disgusting. I don't like when people act like you're being forced. No one's forcing you to sleep with anybody in 2025. When people see interracial relationships, people choose who they want to sleep with, and they like who they like. I don't believe that integration is the cause of black people's businesses. White people didn't tell black people to stop supporting the local grocery store. We have more black businesses today than then, and black people still don't go out their way to support black businesses. You can shop online and purchase from black people today, a good portion of businesses. So it's not anybody's fault, not black, why black people cannot get it together and learn group economics. It's not their fault. That is a you problem. Their Arab people and Hispanic people are integrated, but yet they still go to their local grocery store that have the products of food that comes from their culture that they like to eat. No one is stopping you from working together, being integrated. That is not anyone's fault or problem. That is our problem. This is a mental problem, a cultural problem that they cannot help or fix. No one is saying, is not making you not support black people with your money. No one. So this whole blaming white people as to why we decided to stop shopping at black grocery stores, that ain't their fault. That's your fault. I really feel that way because they didn't make you stop doing that. They don't make you not do it now. They're not telling you to not buy from black people locally or online. I can go on Instagram and TikTok right now and find pages dedicated to black businesses with a boatload of black people to shop from. That's just my opinion. I don't believe in human beings not getting along. Because how can you tell me where I can go and where I can travel? I should be able to go anywhere I want to in my country and feel happy and free and get along with anybody of any race and not be looked at as weird, because when you have segregation, you won't be used to seeing different races. So when they show up, they act weird and staring and uncomfortable. It's like, what's the problem? Are y'all not all human beings? So no, I don't support segregation. I think segregation is demonic, as they say. I think it's of the devil. And I think it's a shame that humans even have to do that, because you just cannot love each other and get along as humans and have the audacity to claim to be Christians and Muslim and Buddhist and Catholic and Methodist and Mormon, but y'all are fucking racist. You couldn't be more hypocritical to me. People like that. I'm religious, but I believe in God, and God is the universe, and God is one, and we're all God's children. But go to your side of town. I don't believe in that bullshit. I think that is disgusting. And I think I love you, Jamar, but I'm just saying, anybody who believes in segregation, well, y'all need to go segregate and go to a different part of the country. And the ones who want to be together and build something need to get together on another side of the country and build a utopia. Even though a utopia probably would never happen, the closest you can get. See, we can't get anywhere because everybody is thrown together. We're all thrown together. The racists and the non-racists, we're all living around each other. That's one of the problems. Integration was not done correctly. And that's why we still have these problems. That's why we still have these problems. Because everybody is thrown together. That's hateful and not hateful. And it's not like it's something on a person's forehead where you know they're always racist or they're doing something to you behind the scenes. You don't know. And I can understand, because when it comes to medical racism, it's like I show up here. How do I know you're not secretly trying to murk me or put something in the food or medicine? I don't know. And this is why Black America must get it together and support education to be scientists and doctors, so that you actually know how to defend your people by doing research and doing lab tests and stuff when products are coming in that you do not you don't distribute, you don't manufacture them. We have an extreme long way to go to get to the point to where we need to go. To even, no, it's a whole different video. So, all right, y'all. That is it for today's video. Okay. And I want to know what you think. I definitely want to know what you think. And please get those likes up. If you subscribe, hit the bell and click all notifications so you know when I'm live and when I'm uploading. Oh, hold on, Jamar. What do you mean it's not only Black economics? We don't get the same health care. I've had good health care. But I do know that these things exist. It's like I said, we're all thrown together. You have the mad scientists, racists, and you don't know because there's nothing on their forehead. So you don't know what they're doing. And then you have the good doctors who help and who really love their job. So it's a mixture going on. So some people feel like shit, just go to a Black doctor. And some of them are not even good doctors in some cases. So it's the luck of the draw. You just have to hope and pray. I would like to see a Black hospital. The problem I see with our people, though, is that, let me take this off. A problem I see with us as Black people is that you want to be independent, but you don't understand is that we don't manufacture anything. We don't make the stuff that we need. So just because a clinic or a hospital is Black owned, you don't make the medicine. You don't have the planes, the ships. You don't import anything. You don't do the contracts, nothing. So how do you know the medicines being sent to the hospital and clinic don't have some sort of poison in it or some sort of vaccine in it you know nothing about? And then Black men are telling Black guys, just go get a CDL, just go to trade school. We don't need to be doctors. So who the fuck is going to, I'm not cursing at you, but who the fuck is going to test the shit to see if it's poison in it? We don't have the education. We have to have the education and scientists and doctors who know what they are doing for a Black society to function. We have to work with people not Black. That's just a fact. That's why a lot of foreigners keep coming here, because they're learning from the white man's education system, which is more advanced than theirs. And then they might go home to their country in some cases, and what they have learned from them help save their people from sicknesses and stuff. This whole, you want to be segregated and F everybody, that ain't gonna work in today's society. When you have to get the education, which Black men do not produce, you have to learn the skills. You have to, and it goes beyond just being a doctor. The people in charge of shipping, manufacturing, distributing, the scientists, who's testing this shit, who's making it. I always see people going in about some fucking European hair weave. Baby, the fucking braiding hair ain't even made by Black people. Braids are acceptable for some fucking weird reason, but that's a fiber. It's not synthetic hair. The Chinese make that too. You can say fuck the Chinese all you want to, but yet they make everything. You have to do business with them. And if race relations are bad, it's going to be bad for you. I feel, baby, we're like yes, we know of slavery, but we're like hundreds of years behind. Now, I think that half of that could be fixed extremely fast. But Black people as a whole would have to be on one mission for it. And we're not. And I don't see it happening. You got to stop having out of wedlock fucking kids. Stop having kids by different men. Stop not marrying the mothers of your child. Stop shunning being able to read or so-called sound white. Stop being fucking racist. Some of y'all are. Yes, be smart. And you don't have to look for, if people can try to be racist, you got to be able to be trained on how to pick up on it. You got to learn psychology. You have to learn how to not keep saying what you think all the time. You have to learn science and medicine. You have to learn different languages, because motherfuckers be talking about you right in your face, and half the time we don't know what they be saying because you don't speak the language. Shit, pour into the child, like the Asian soccer mom or tiger mom thing. Black kids should know how to speak English, Spanish, Mandarin, and Arabic, if it was up to me. I'm just saying, y'all. So, y'all, that is it for this video. Again, it's a lot that I'm leaving out. But I will talk to you all soon. You all take care. And I still love you, Jamar. Okay? You all take care. Bye.